Gmail. Let me go to sent. So I'm gonna turn my camera around shortly. Um, I'm pulling everything up now because I want you all to see how tax liens work. Okay. I also want you all to be aware of other ways of acquiring and buying land and property. Okay. Um, all right, perfect. I got the document up. So I'm in Illinois, of course. I'm in Chicago. So I'm going to start there and show you all the website that I currently am looking at and what I'm using. I'm also going to show you an old tax sale list. So this is the tax sale list from January of this year, 2024. So just to kind of give a little bit of background, you know, I just got on and I kind of just jumped right into it. So recently, some of you all are newer here on my page and my channel because you saw a video that I posted regarding the Section 8 and the migrant here in Illinois. So outside of talking about real topics that are affecting all of us, I am also a tax and business strategist, right? But I've also shared on my channel, for those of you who are new here, that I have this slogan called "Don't Sell Grandma's House," right? Where I'm real big in my neighborhood and community with keeping your house, especially your family houses, your grandparents' houses, because unfortunately, I do have a business with my business partner, and we have a junk removal business. And there are a lot of people, especially people who look like me, who have been selling their family properties and houses at an alarming rate. And so housing is very important, right? So outside of, you know, Section 8, low income assistance, any of those type of programs, I'm also for empowering you with knowledge and information on how to get off of the system, right? How to get out of being stuck on the system, stuck on the government to take care of you, especially if you're not disabled. If you're not a senior or you're not disabled, you are an able-bodied person that can actually work. It's really time for you to learn and understand other ways of living. Okay, one, you're limited when you are on government assistance. You can only make a certain amount of income, right? You can't do certain things because they are paying for your life. But if you knew and understood, I can buy a piece of land for $5,000, right? Some of you all may or may not get that as a tax refund, right? Even if you don't get it as a tax refund, I'm going to talk to you tonight about how to build your credit. All right. There are ways for you to get your own funding, utilize your name, utilize your credit, right? Which can get you then funding and then credit cards. And then you can take that money to now purchase property, purchase land, right? Get funding to start buying property, things like that. So I found the document that I wanted to show you all. Okay, I'm gonna turn the camera around and I'm gonna give you this example. Okay, every single state is different, so I want you to understand that there are 50 states in the United States. Every single state is different. Every single county is different when it comes to tax lien sales. Okay, I want you to understand that. So in the state of Illinois, we are a tax lien state. We do tax lien and tax deed. You know, so some states only are a tax lien, some states are a tax deed, some offer both. Some offer over the counter purchases versus having to go through an auction. All right. In Cook County in Chicago, which is Cook County, they have an annual tax sale. Okay. Actually, I just went on here and they're saying that they're having another sale in December, which means they would have had two sales this year, one in January and then one in December. So I'm gonna turn my camera around now so you can see that. All right, so I'm in Cook County. Let me know if y'all can see that. Okay, I'm in Cook County. So Cook County, our website is the Cook County's Treasurer, cookcountytreasurer.com. All right, but on our website, you see right here, the next annual tax sale will take place beginning December 10th, 2024. So periodically, I'll come on here to see when they will post the next date. So no matter what county you're in, wherever county you're in, if you're, you know, whatever city and state you live in, you have to go to your county treasurer site to kind of find out about when your actual sales are. All right. Every single state is different, you all. So I am doing Cook County because I'm in Chicago. So when you are on here, if you want to go to the home page, this is kind of what the home page looks like. All right. So when you're on here, you can go up here to the top where it says taxes and scavenger sale. Okay. Over here, when they're ready, they will have another link that would allow you to click and see what properties are available. All right. Because I was looking at this in January when they first held their auction, I have a, where's the sheet? I already have a page open. Here we are. Right. So I wanted you to see what the document looks like. Okay. So it says right here. So in Illinois, in Cook County, they sell your property taxes after 2 years of being delinquent. So in January, you see right here, January 1st, 2024. In January, this was the delinquent tax sale list for everybody. This document is 562 pages. And that is because I downloaded the master sheet. All right. Normally, it's several different documents based on the township. Okay. So for the sake of keeping people's information, people's names are over here. So I don't want to show that. All right. I do want to be respectful of people who unfortunately had their name on this list. All right. But what I do want to show you, the point that I want to make and want you all to see and understand is this. Look at this. Do you see this amount? Do you see these dollar amounts that people have lost land? Now, these are land. Okay, on this app, on here, it will show you vacant land. It will tell you if it's land. It will tell you if it's residential. It will tell you if it's commercial. Okay. But look at this. This is a residential property in the Hyde Park area. Look at the dollar amount. $1,293. $1,200. Somebody lost their taxes for $1,200. So this is the total tax that's due. This is the total tax including the interest. Now, again, this is an old sheet. This is not the new sheet. This was from the January 1st sale. But I want you all to get an idea of what it looked like, especially if you're in Chicago. If you're following me and you're in Chicago, they give you the property PIN number, which you need, because once you have the property PIN number, now we can go look the property up and you can see if it's worth you bidding on. You can see the value of the property. You can look at the neighborhood. You can go on Google Maps and you can look and find more information, right? I just want you all to see the possibilities of what's out here and what you're not taught, right? You're taught to go buy a house and spend $300,000, $400,000, $500,000. Right? But you maybe didn't know about this, which is called tax lien sale. Okay, these are tax liens. These are people, unfortunately, who are losing their homes because they did not pay the taxes on their house. And this is what I was talking about earlier in my video in America, that you can buy a house, your grandparents can pay for that house, but you can also lose that property, all because you didn't pay your taxes. All right? Vacant land. Okay, this property, you can buy a vacant lot on here. Vacant land, the taxes was $554. Some of these dollar amounts are you all's car note, insurance payment, rent payment, mortgage payment. You get what I'm saying? So you have to be able to get off of American society and how you are taught in this country to live and survive. There are a lot of people that are winning and have multiple properties, hundreds of property. I know people who own hundreds of property because they're buying them like this from the tax lien sale. And as I stated, every single state is different. Now, in the state of Illinois, you do have to hold residential property for 30 months. So everyone is not willing to invest and hold the property for 30 months. That's 30 months. That's 2.5 years. But after 2.5 years, and you have paid the property taxes, right? So if the taxes is $700 a year, let's just say this. Let's say you had to pay taxes. Let's say you bought this property. This property is on 80th and Parnell. 80th and Parnell, Lord Jesus. This is a residential property that was on the tax lien sale, and basically $946 has to be paid because this is the amount that's due, and then this is the amount with interest. Okay, so that's why it's two different columns. If you all are just joining and I'm showing you this column is the total tax amount that's due, right? These are delinquent property taxes from 2021. So in Cook County, people can lose their houses for $490. I feel like these are properties that either are somebody's grandparent, maybe the property is empty, maybe they let the property go, but it's remarkable how a residential property on here is getting ready, probably sold this year, because this happened in January, was sold for $459. Like, that's sad, actually. That's very sad. Actually, that was in Dyer. Oh, no, that's not in Dyer, Indiana. That's where where their mailing address is. Okay. So, if you're new here and you're a little confused, comment so I can kind of recap for you. All right. But again, remember, this is an old list. I'm just showing you an example so that you can see, so you can visually see. I feel like people learn visually versus me just talking about it, right? So it's different when you can actually see the numbers, when you can see exactly what the heck is going on. You like, oh my God. You like, oh my God. Like, did y'all notice? Did y'all even know that there was a tax lien sale that people lose their homes and houses and land? Okay, you got commercial property on here, residential property on here, vacant land. Did you know that? Did you even know that this was an option for you to buy? And again, this is in every single state. All 50 states offer tax lien or tax deed sales. You just have to do some due diligence and be willing to work and look it up. Right? So again, I may come on here and cuss you out, but you all will learn from who I am. I'm going to cuss you out, but I'm going to teach you the game as well. All right? But I'm cussing you out more out of love to kind of snap, give some of you all a reality check, like, wake the fuck up. And I'm a cursor. So I'm going to also say that. I'm not on here. That's how I talk. Okay? I'm a cursor. I will curse. I will throw a bomb word out there. I try not to do it as much, but hey. So you know who you working with on this channel, okay? But Okay, you say recap. I don't know why I'm just seeing y'all comments coming through. All right, so let's recap. Let's recap real quick. All right, let me go back to the other page. So what I was doing was I'm searching up property. Okay. So let me just show you something. Okay, so like I said, some of you all are new here to my page and my channel, and you probably saw the Section 8 video. So I wanted you to understand and see, like, that is unfortunately that's the video that went viral. But if you look through my page and my channel, you'll see that I've been on here for years educating and giving information out, right? So I know that in January, the tax lien sale for Cook County will be happening. All right. So what happened was I was right here. So I'm in Chicago, which is Cook County. What I do is I go on this website probably every week. I at least check for updates, right? So I went on here today. I clicked on tax and scavenger sale. And then this is what pops up, right? So when you click on tax and scavenger sale, this is the page that it takes you to. So they just had an annual tax sale in January of 2024 already. So now they put the next annual tax sale will take place beginning December 10th of 2024, right? So I'm actually planning to purchase something on this annual tax sale, all right? So then what I did was I opened up a old document. So I still have the document from so what's going to happen is they're going to update this page. And then eventually when they get closer to this date, probably about 60 days out. So December 10th, November 10th, maybe around October. So if we look back in October, they should have the actual tax sale list, right? So then they'll have a link down here that allows you to click it, and it will open up and it will look like this. Okay. So this is what the tax lien sale list looks like. All right. Again, I'm trying to be respectful because on this side, there is people's names. And so I don't want to just be putting people's information out here that their house was on the tax lien sale, right? So here is it will show the taxpayer's name, then it will show the property address, and then it will show their mailing address. Because what you all don't understand is there are a lot of people who have and own property in Chicago and don't live in Chicago, all right? So this address may not match this address. So if you're looking to reach out to the taxpayer, then you need to know what their so-called current mailing address is, okay? Also on the list, they're going to give you the property PIN number. So a part of this information, you want to make sure that you're looking at all of this information when you start looking up this tax lien sale. All right, it's a couple of tabs we're going to open up. It's a couple of different things. But you want to look at the township, right? So you know this particular one is Hyde Park. So also when they give you the list, they're going to break it down by township. So I downloaded the master list, which is this one. This one is 562 PIN numbers on here, right? So this one should have more than one, right? See, so this got Hyde Park, Lake, Hyde Park, Lake, Jefferson, Lake again, Jefferson. So this particular one that I ended up keeping has a couple of different townships on there. All right. So part of what your work is, a part of what your due diligence is when you looking this stuff up is you want to know the property address. So the first thing is you want to know the property address and you want to know the PIN number. Write those down immediately. Okay. Once you find a property that you're interested in, I'm going to show you exactly how I research these things. So let's pick somebody. Personally, when I go on here, I try to find a company. I try to find a property that's owned by a company. Okay. So if you notice right here, it says Spalding Sawyer LLC. I'm going to take this property, right? Because again, I'm not trying to take from somebody's grandma. I'm not really trying to buy from somebody's grandma or grandfather and put them out of their house, right? So I personally try to look for properties that say LLC, a corporation, something like that, right? And then I'm going to just be honest. If I do look at properties, I try not to look at properties of people who are owned by me in my culture. I'm just be real honest with y'all, right? So if I see the name Johnson, Jackson, Williams, I'm not looking at their property because I'm not trying to take somebody that's in my community property once again. All right, so let's look this up. So here's the property address. Now, if you can look it up two different ways. You can search the Google, right? So this is what 11249 South Sawyer is the property address. So Google Maps says 11249 South Sawyer, right? So let's click on this. So now you can kind of see the property. You can see what it looks like. You can see the building, everything. Okay. That is true, Timothy. I will say that, but still, even though big corporations are buying up a lot of stuff, you can still usually get something and acquire something on the tax lien sale. You might have to do several different bids. Yes, you do. You may have to do, you may have to bid on a couple of different properties, but a lot of times you can still get something even though the big box companies are doing that. I don't make excuses, bottom line, right? Yeah, companies are buying stuff out, but at the end of the day, you can still get property. So I'm not on here about making excuses. I'ma still bid regardless. If I don't win the bid, then that means it wasn't for me. But I'm not gonna not do the work just because other companies are coming in. Like, baby, bye. Especially in my neighborhood. It's so many different properties in my community that I grew up in on the southeast side of Chicago that's vacant, dilapidated. I don't give a damn if I do got to fix it up. If I could buy a property for $1,000, and if I got to put $30,000 into it, and now it's worth $150, that's still a win-win. Okay, y'all? So don't get distracted by it's big box corporations buying up shit. I don't care. You can still get in on this. It's called do your due diligence. It's called still make it work. No excuses around here. So this is what it looked like. So now you could say, okay, this might be a property that I'm interested in, right? So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the Cook County Assessor's Office. And I don't live by that. I don't give a damn what these companies doing, because baby, God work differently. When you put some action to stuff, baby, he will make a way. Best believe that. And African Americans, you know that more than anything what I'm talking about. It could be any type of obstacle in your way. If that house is meant for you, baby, you will have it. I don't care about no dang on corporation. I'm going to be it, and watch me walk away with something. Point blank, period. Mind over matter. Power in the tongue. Positive energy. Positive vibes. If you think negatively, you think you can't get something, you think you can't do that, then guess what? You're not going to do it. But if you think, hey, I got this. This is mine. This is my property. This is my building. I'm going to get this. I'm going to build generational worth. Baby, it's going to happen. Point blank, period. We don't do that. So I hear you, but keep that energy somewhere else. Sorry, y'all. I'm looking for the tab. What the hell I did with the document. Okay, so remember I told you that one of the most important parts here is the PIN number, right? So we looked up the property. Now this is the property. So now let's go right here. This is the PIN number. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this PIN number and I'm going to hit copy. All right. Now I'm going to go here to the Cook County Assessor's Office, right? And you see right here where it says enter in your 18-digit PIN number. That's the PIN number that you need to put in. Bam. There you go. You need to let them know you're not a robot. And then you hit search. And now here's the information. Okay. So now let's scroll down. So this is what the property excess value is. And the value on this site, believe me, this look crazy. This don't look nothing like what you see on your actual mortgage form or mortgage statement, right? But let's look at the property history. So I always look at the characteristics. It's a single family home, two full baths, 2.5 car garage, right? Exemption status. So this lets you know that if there are any exemptions. So this is another way I can kind of tell if someone is living in the home. So this also allows you to be able to, anybody that's watching this video right now, if you all can actually like this video for me, that would be great. It's 25 of you all watching right now, but it's only 5 likes. If every single one of you could like this video, because baby, I'm giving you some $1 million game right here. People charge y'all thousands of dollars to learn this information that I'm literally giving you for free. So I would greatly appreciate it if you would help my page and my channel by liking this video. All right. If you know somebody who's interested, share this video. It's 10 o'clock at night and we on here educating. All right. So if you also look at the exemption history, you have a homeowner's exemption. So if somebody lives in the home, normally you will see a homeowner's exemption. If there's a senior in the property, you will normally have a senior exemption, right? So this kind of lets me know that there may not be somebody in the property. And I'm gonna just tell y'all honestly, when I look up property, I have a sheet that I write everything down on, and I actually go by and drive past the property. So I would actually drive to this location and see how the property looks. I would go walk around it, take pictures, take photo. If I could look in the window and see if somebody is living inside, I do all that. So this is part of my due diligence. So I'm sharing with you exactly what I would do. Okay. But this also kind of gives me that information like, okay. So seeing this is letting me know, all right, this is even more for me to go look at the property. All right. Appeal history. Let's click on that. So there's nothing showing up for appeal history. And then there's nothing showing for certificate of error. Okay. Now, there's another step that we need to go to. All right. Which is actually looking up the tax records and the tax information. So when you go to Cook County, and again, I'm in Cook County, so I'm using that example. All right, I know some of you all live in different cities and states, but you can literally do this in any county and state that you live in, okay? Any county and state that you live in, every single county and every single state offers tax lien or tax deed sales. Where am I? I think I'm on the wrong one. That's record. Oh, I put recorder deeds. Okay, I need Cook County. I want to look up, let me see, the property tax information. Let me see. Cook County treasurer. Let me see. I know at the bottom of the treasurer. Yeah, and sometimes the people, Tim, sometimes the people just walk away from the property and let it go. I had looked up a property and it was a young man. His grandmother left him the property and he hadn't paid the taxes. So he had actually moved out of the property. So when I drove over there, he was coming to pick up the mail and share with me that he no longer lived in the property. So again, that's the reason why you do want to do your research and your due diligence and go and look at the property. That's why I drive over to look at the property to see if somebody is living there. Because again, if somebody is living there, you have to hold the property for 30 months, right? And so this is why a lot of times some people, individuals, right? Like if you're looking to live in the house, then waiting 30 months may not work for you, right? So With residential property in Cook County, you have to wait 30 months. Now, I will say this. If you buy commercial, right? If you get a commercial space, you only got to hold that for 6 months. And then you can go and get the deed free and clear, right? So here's a commercial space on 111th and Kedzie. They want $5,000. Well, 6,000, 64.67 after interest and stuff, right? But if you bought that and it wasn't any other taxes, because the other thing about annual taxes is you have to pay the back taxes as well. So if they had prior year taxes that they owed as well, you have to pay all of that. So not just this 6,000, because this is only for 2021, right? So if they owe taxes for 2020, 2019, you would have to pay whatever the back taxes are as well with the annual taxes. I do want to stipulate that. But with commercial, you only have to wait 6 months. With land, right? Vacant land. Now with this lot right here, you only paying $200. Do you see this? This is less than a pair of freaking Jordans. All right? This is vacant land. Land. Okay? Land. Land you only got to hold for 6 months. Commercial property you only got to hold for 6 months. Residential property is the only one that you have to hold for 30 months, which is 2.5 years. But I'm looking to purchase land in December because, again, I know the value of land. So hold means, okay, that's a great question. So let me answer that real quick. So when you are buying, I broke my nail, so I don't want to keep hitting it. So when you are buying tax lien property, right? When you are buying property from someone because they lost it to taxes, every state and county has a redemption period, all right? So redemption period, and that's what I mean when I say hold, right? So you may purchase, you may go on here and see a property, let's say that land that we just looked at for $205. You may buy that land. You may go down to the county office on Monday and say, hey, I want to pay the back taxes on this land and PIN number, right? And then they're going to take your money and then they're going to give you a receipt. So that doesn't mean that you own the land that day. What that means is you came in and you purchased the land off of the tax lien sale. The redemption period is 6 months in Cook County. So you have to hold that land for 6 months. On the last day of that 6 month period, the last day of the redemption. Okay, because the thing is this someone else owned this, right? Which is why on the list it has a taxpayer's name, it has somebody's address, it has the PIN number, etc., right? Because that was somebody else's. It got taken away from them because they didn't pay the taxes, right? So redemption period allows the taxpayer to come back and pay the back taxes, but they also have to pay you interest. So with most of these in Cook County, if I buy your taxes, there's a certain time frame for you to have to for you to be able to buy the get the house back, basically, and that's called a redemption period. So when you hear me saying you have to hold it, that's what I'm saying. You're holding it for that redemption period. So for vacant land and for commercial, you only have to hold it for 6 months. That's a very short redemption period. But the beautiful thing is you make money either way. So if they come back and purchase the taxes, if they're ready to buy the taxes back from you, they have to pay what you spent to buy the taxes, right? So they have to pay your court fees, your court costs, whatever you pay for the taxes, plus interest, okay? And in the state of Illinois, interest is in increments. So you may start off at 10%, and then if you haven't paid it for 3 to 6 months, you may go up to 12%. 6 to 12 months, you may go up to 18%. You get what I'm saying? So in the state of Illinois, you're gonna make the money back regardless. So if you buy it and they buy it back, you still winning because now you got your money back plus interest. You get what I mean? And banks not paying you that much interest, so you making more money on doing these and flipping some of these than you are putting your money in the basic savings account, right? So that's what that means, Life of Pearl. Okay. So they can redeem the property back, but they have to pay you back what you exactly. They have to pay you back what you invested plus interest, right? Plus interest. And that interest is accrued daily. That's a daily accrual interest rate. I mean, they show it as an annual rate, but it's actually a daily accrued interest rate. So if you spent $1,000, baby, you may be getting back 1,500. You get what I'm saying? So, and I'm gonna just put you on. I had an old drug dealing client that put me on to this like 12 years ago. That's all he used to do. He was getting out the drug game, and he was like, I go down to the county and I buy up tax lien sales. He owns so much property now. But in the beginning, I'm like, what? Tax lien sales? You know what I mean? So, okay. And that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. It's a lot of ways to get things done in this country, right? I'm not with begging no government, begging for this, begging for that. Baby, they have systems in place. It's called we have to learn the game. And that's just it. And the problem with some of us is we want to charge you for everything. I've been literally on this internet giving y'all free game for 11 years. 11 years. So yes, I do charge for some stuff, but it's a lot of stuff I give you for free. And if you just take that information and run, baby, I have changed some lives around here. Okay? So that's what we're doing tonight. Instead of more rants and videos, I'm on here giving y'all some educational information on this Sunday night. All right, so I'm going to turn the camera back around. Life of Pearl, thank you for those questions. Those were very great questions. I'm sure other people may have had the same, question. So thank you for being interactive. I don't like y'all being quiet. Ask your question while you have me on here, okay? Let's roll. I'm going to turn the camera back around. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. You will never learn this information because it's not taught in school. They don't talk about taxes, credit, tax lien sales. That's why I said you are brainwashed in this country. All they do is push these $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 cribs on y'all. Baby, I'm not paying $400,000 for that. All y'all did was buy that house for about $30,000, $40,000, rebuild it, fixed it up. Cost of material could have been 100 bands. Baby, that's $150,000. What I'm giving you $400,000 for? Over a 30-year loan period. Now you done pay $800,000 for that raggedy brand new build house. Baby, bye. Give me one of these old gray stones in Chicago and let me flip that boy, okay? So now we cool around here. So let's get back to it, okay? So where did I leave off at? Okay, I'm gonna turn the camera back around. Okay, so we were here. We looked at the property, right? So then we went and we put in the property PIN number on the Cook County Assessor's Office. All right, that's how we got here. This is this PIN number. All right. Then remember, we looked down, we scrolled down. There was no exemptions. There was no homeowner exemption, no senior exemption. So this kind of let me know this property might be empty. Might be. We don't know for sure. All right. We won't know for sure until we drive past it. But now, oh, that's what I was looking for. I was trying to find the property tax search, because what I do want to say, you want to look up, here we go, 20-year tax bill history. You want to know the tax bill history. Okay. What I'm trying to do is put this sheet over here with this sheet. I want this sheet here with the search. So which house was we looking at? I forgot to highlight it. Okay, here we go. The Sawyer address. So right here. Okay. Also, on this same Excel sheet, sometimes it will tell you so this is the property here. Okay, so that's the PIN number. We was looking at a $3,000 one? Okay, I guess so. That's a nice house, so that makes sense, okay? So this is what the delinquent taxes are on that property that we're looking at on Sawyer, okay? So this is what they owed, and this is what they wanted with interest. So $46,666.99 is what you would have to pay to take over the taxes from 2021. But before we want to bid on this, we want to do the history. We want to go look up the history on this property, because you might have to end up paying more than that. And so you want to see if it's worth doing that. So also over here at the top of this sheet, it lets you know prior year taxes may also be unpaid. So some of these will say yes, right? Some of these will say yes. So then that way you know, if they say yes, then there's other delinquent tax years. And if there's other delinquent tax years, then you're going to have to pay those years. All right? So the first thing that you want to do is you want to actually go and look up the taxes. So I'm going to get the PIN number here. Go ahead and copy it. And I can't really copy it in on this one because you got to type it in. Right? So the 20-year tax bill history, you have to kind of physically type it in like this. So 2423, 2423, 212-109, 212-109. And then in Cook County, all of the last PIN numbers are always 4 zeros. So I don't even have to go back. Hit continue. And bam. So now, see, there's the property address, 11249 South Spalding. So now what we want to do is we want to look up and see this history. We want to see the full tax year history. So we want to know, and there it is. I figured it was. So you see, they are behind. So this, all of this, you would have to pay all of this. See? So that's why you want to look up and do your due diligence before you go bidding. You want to see, because in Cook County, we have 2 different types of sales. All right, we have let me go back to the main page. We have a annual tax sale, and then we have a scavenger sale. But unfortunately, they kind of took away the scavenger sale. It's not, they haven't done one in a while, right? So we have an annual tax sale and we have a scavenger sale. The scavenger sale, we don't have to pay the back taxes. And so this is where so many companies and corporations were coming in, buying up the taxes, getting their interest, and then lying to the city saying that it was an error. The city lost millions of dollars from the scavenger sale because the corporations were coming in and really taking advantage of the system, right? So unfortunately, they have put a hold on doing the scavenger sale. But I'm going to tell y'all, if you live in Cook County, the scavenger sale is actually the best sale. My friend bought 3 parking lots in Inglewood for less than $1,000. She has 3,000 square foot lots. So that's 9,000 square feet total that she has in Inglewood. And she only spent $1,000, okay? So if you want to hold out and keep trying to see if they ever going to have one, cool. I don't want to wait. I'm going to go ahead and look for something to buy in December 10th on this annual tax sale, even if it's just some land. Because as I've shared with you all, land alone, okay? Land alone. This is what I was looking up on. I know I'm jumping around a little bit, but I want you to see real quick. We also have this thing called Cook County Land Bank in Chicago. And this is what Tim Taylor is on here talking about. Companies like this, Cook County Land Bank is owned by Cook County, which is a non-for-profit organization. But they buy up thousands of properties on the tax lien sale too. And then they come here and sell them to us. So I want to show you a property that I was just looking up, which is, that's a commercial space property. Let me show you something a little less. Okay, so this is the Cook County Land Bank, and this is all of the stuff that they have available. This is what the list looks like. All right, so residential land. I was just looking at a lot. So that's in North Lawndale. I'm going to do by neighborhood so it could research. Riverdale. Okay, so you see this residential land, $12,000. So this is kind of what you all need to understand in the value of land. If you bought this land for $12,000, so minimum offer is $12,000. If you bought this land for $12,000, this is your land. You can build on this land depending on what zone is in that area, what it's zoned for. But you can build on this land. You could put a gate up around this land. And God forbid you lost your job and all you had was your car. You can park your car on this plot of land, and this is your land. You get what I'm saying? You gotta think like this, y'all. Seriously. If God forbid something happened to you in your job today, you are able to go and sit and prop up on your land. And so this is how I feel. I'm gonna buy as much land as I can because land is valuable. Depending on where you buy the land, especially if it's near a corner or they could build a commercial space on there. I know people who have bought land and a Starbucks or a Dunkin' Donuts came and built on that land. And now they're renting that land out and making $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 a month because they have a commercial building, because they have a big box company that wanted to build on their land. So again, when you own land, okay, it's valuable. So don't just get stuck on, I gotta have a property. Get you some land too, or start there, right? You can always build up. This was a commercial space that I was looking at because I own a business. So I was looking on here. They have a commercial space. This is like what the front of it looks like. My computer moving a little slow. It's a big spider crawling my way, so I'm about to spray his butt while y'all look at that. Hold on. Then you want to come closer to me. Y'all always want to come over here where I'm at. You will be alive if you don't come by me. Now you're dead. Stay in the place. Stay in a spider's place, which is outside, not in my dang on face. Okay, girl, it's some land even cheaper than that. Look, that's why I was trying to show you. So I'm on this land bank site. I got distracted, y'all. I took y'all to a whole nother area, but I wanted you to see what I was doing. You see all these little green dots, right? These are the prices here. So what I did was I clicked on neighborhood, and then I was just looking at one that was like 5 bands, 5,000. But this is in Riverdale. So let's find something in that. They got Maywood. I was just looking at some residential land in Chicago that was like $5,000 on 79th Street, 63rd Street. So this one right here, 84th and Sangamon. Let's look at this. It's all right, but it's only $7,500. Starting off, minimum offer $7,500. And you can offer up to October 24th. You will be awarded on October 31st. So if nobody else bids on it and you put in your minimum offer of $7,500, you'll get it for $7,500. You can get a lot of property from the Cook County Land Bank. Now, what I will say is Cook County Land Bank probably bought this off the tax lien sale, off the list that I showed y'all. Okay? Off this list. Because remember, we got land on here for $500. Vacant land, $500. Chicago, vacant land, $100. So Cook County Land Bank probably bought this off the tax lien sale, and now they done came over here and made them a little money, and now they selling it for $7,500, right? So even though, so that's why I wanted you to know that you have the same opportunity. Okay, you may not get it, but you have the same opportunity to bid on this tax lien sale and get it for a much cheaper price. But let's say you can't win it on the tax lien sale. But if Cook County purchased it, then you have the opportunity to get it from Cook County Land Bank. Because what I will say about Cook County Land Bank is they definitely are for the people as far as trying to help keep the pricing kind of low for something that you can actually afford to buy. Right, here's another spot, 8348 South Paulina. Let's look at this one. 5,000. Now, this is a nice plot of land. You can build a whole single family house on that. So I actually would buy this because I'm familiar with Auburn Gresham. That's not far from my neighborhood that I grew up in. Auburn Gresham is off 87. So 8348 South Paulina. That's a nice plot of land for $5,000. Because a builder will come into that neighborhood and want to build a new build. And either you can sell the property or you can lease it to them. But most of the time, a new builder who wants to build on it, they're gonna buy it from you. So if you bought it for $5,000 and you really didn't care about it, you could flip it and you could sell it for I don't know, $30,000, $50,000. Because again, a builder who is looking to build in this area, if you own this lot, they gotta contact you. So they're gonna come and buy that land from you. So that's another thing that some people do. Some people just buy the land and then hold on to it, especially when you know that they're building in your neighborhood. Okay? So, yeah, Gary, Indiana has cheap property too. I personally haven't lived in Indiana and Gary. So I personally haven't done a whole lot there. I said I was going to look into it. I personally like to start where I live just because I'm more familiar with the area, with being able to drive over there, with also knowing the property. So let me give y'all another thing too. And then we're going to get back to finishing a complete one on the whole process. You know what? I'm going to wait. Let's go back to the whole process first. So we found the property here, right? We found the property on the tax liens list that we was looking at. Let's do another one because that one was a little higher than what I kind of wanted it to be, but we found the property. There's the PIN number. Okay. So then once we went and we looked it up, that's what the property looked like, which is a newer model home. So that makes sense. All right. Why the back taxes on it was $4,000, right? But then what we did was we went and we looked the PIN number up on the Cook County Assessor's Office. The Cook County Assessor's Office is going to give us the full property details. Okay. So again, there's the PIN number, the address lets you know the square footage of the property, the neighborhood, the code. And again, any of these, you want to open them up. You want to see if there's been any exemption history, right? You want to see if there's anyone who has homeowner status or senior exemption. You want to see if there's any exemptions to the property. Again, if there are, a lot of times that lets you know that somebody lives there. All right. I also would recommend driving past the property that you're looking to do. Okay. Please make sure that you drive past the property though, y'all. Some people buy out of state and they fine with buying out of state, but I personally, I'm going to stick with kind of where I'm at for now. But some people do buy property and land in out of state. I personally have bought land in another state. I do have land in another state that I bought on an auction site. So I was fine with that. Okay. But at the same time, you definitely want to do your due diligence with it. Okay. So now we went to the 20-year. We went on the Maria Pappas Cook County Treasurer site. And then I just clicked at the very bottom because down here, you can just click on 20-year tax bill. So I clicked on 20-year tax bill, which I believe brought us to this, this is what it looked like. Open a new tab. So this is the page it brought us to. So I typed in the PIN number. So you have to type in the PIN number. So once you type in the PIN number, this is what the page will look like. Okay. Studio 402, I'm sorry that that was your experience, but that's not the experience for everybody. But yeah, when you buying property and land in your county, you do not have to get your alderman's permission. No, that is not true. That's not for everybody. I'm gonna say that in your instance, in case, I'm sorry that you had to deal with that or go through that. I don't know what alderman you in, but to buy off a land bank, you do not have to get their approval, your alderman's approval. Now, if your alderman, maybe your alderman wanted that property, maybe they wanted that land, maybe they had some plans with that. That could be very much true. But the process itself is you do not have to have your alderman's approval to buy from the land bank. The Cook County Land Bank is owned by Cook County, right? So, yeah. But we do know that certain aldermen in Chicago do play those kind of games. So I'm not negating your experience, but that's not something that that's not something that is the normal process. I'm gonna say that. Because I know people for a fact who have bought off Cook County Land Bank with no problem and didn't have to talk to their alderman. So you see this? So this is why you want to look up the 20-year tax history, because it will let you know if there are any outstanding tax bills, right? So right now, the taxes are delinquent for the last 3 years, for 21, 22, and 2023. So when this happens, even though you were bidding on the 2021 taxes, if you only paid this, you're still going to have to pay this. So you have to see, is this worth it for you? Is this, if this is paying, what's 9, 8, 5, 20, let's just say 25, 26,000, right? Is this property worth you paying $26,000 as the back taxes? And then remember, you have to hold it. The redemption period is 30 months, which is 2.5 years. Okay. So you got to think about that. Right? So this is not an easy 1, 2, 3. This is research, time, dedication, research and information. So this is not something that you definitely want to do overnight. When I study for this type of stuff, I'm looking at this data for months. Right? And then once they actually allow the next tax list to come out, as soon as the list comes out, you want to do this. You want to go through it. You want to start looking up what you can, you want to start creating you a list of what you're interested in, what you may want to go look up. Because again, this is 562 pages, right? So every single one of these properties and PIN numbers are a different amount, everything. Okay. So this is not an overnight process. This is definitely some due diligence, but it's worth it to me. It's definitely worth it to me. Because again, you have residential property, 11701 South Artesian. Let's look this property address up. This is owned by a company. 11701 South Artesian. That's not that. 1701 South Artesian. Okay, it is. It is saying 1701 South Artesian. Okay. So let's look this PIN number up. You see the delinquent taxes? $627 freaking dollars. Now let's look that up. Let's look up the 20-year history on that. 24. Two, 4. 2424415. Close out some of this stuff. What did I say? 415 041 041. And then, like I said, all of them at the last four are 4 zeros. All right. So here we go. You see this? They have been delinquent. This property has probably been empty. Look like a decent house, don't it? It look decent. Oh, that's not the one. Hold on. This one. That look like a decent house, don't it? But look at the history. So that means so this is what I want y'all to understand. This tax lien list is only for year 2021. So this $523 that it's showing, it's only for this year. It's only for that 1 year. Unfortunately, when you're buying from the annual tax sale, you have to pay the back taxes as well in order for you to redeem the property, right? So you can pay the $627 to get these people taxes for 2021. All right? But that's not going to do much, because if they owe all of this in order for you to actually get the deed on the house, you would have to pay all of these years. So, but let's add it up. Okay, let's just round up. 2,000 from 2004. So 2, 4, 6,000, 8,000, 10,000, 13,500, 15,000, 16, 17. You're just gonna say 18,000. 19, 20, 21, 22. We're going to add that up. That's 23,000. 24. Okay, we had 2014. We already had 24,000 paying in back taxes. Okay, we still got to go up, right? So we had 24,000. Now 20, 26, 27, just say 5,000. So 29,000. 30, 31, 31,000. We right here. Okay. Now you still got 18, 19, 20, right? You still got all these, right? We had 31,000. So the 4,500 for 2018. Now we had 35,000. 36, 37, 40, 42, 44, 46. And then these over here. So just round up 47, 48, 49. Let's just say 50,000 in back taxes. Okay, this property ain't worth it no more. This ain't worth it no more. But before I say that, let's look it up. Now, Chase has a home, what is it? Chase Home Mortgage. Is it Chase Home Mortgage Calculator? No, not Chase Home Mortgage Calculator. What is it called? Chase Home Mortgage. Damn, what is it? Property appraisal. So when I do want to kind of know what the property appraisal, here it is, home value estimate. That's what it's called. Chase Home Value Estimator. Okay. So if you kind of want to see what the value of the property is, you can go to Chase and... Okay, y'all, we ain't doing all of this. Y'all ain't asked me all this stuff last time. It's been a minute since I've been on here. Hold on, maybe I clicked on the wrong link. They got a link that you can type in your address and it'll kind of give it like the home value appraisal. I don't have to enter in no email and all that stuff. It's not. Here we go. Property search. Let's do, what is it? 1701 South Artesian. Okay, there we go. So it was in the middle. I had to scroll down a little bit. So Chase is going to give you kind of an accurate estimated value, right? So this is what it's saying that estimated possible property is. So, okay, you see, 300,000. Maybe we need to get in this window and see. We need to look up in one of these little curtains to try to break in or something. I'm just playing. You know what I'm saying? But we need to try to get some photos. We need to try to see what this is looking like. Because if it's horrible on the inside and you got to totally gut rehab it, that may be an additional 100,000. But let's say you were willing to invest and pay the back taxes, which if we went back, we totaled that it was about $50,000 in back taxes, right? But remember, you have to hold this for 2.5 years. So even if you paid this 50,000, you can't just go straight in and start working on that property, because whoever owned this has 30 months to come back and try to pay you that $50,000. Okay. So let's say you did go ahead and you bought this property, you paid the 50,000 and you held it for the 30 months. Well, after the 30 months, after the redemption period, you can go down to the Cook County Treasurer and get the deed to this property and own this property outright for 50,000. So actually it is worth it. You know, if you got 50 bands that you can just sit, right? And that's why Tim was saying that's why a lot of these investor companies have been coming in and buying it, because they have the money that they can just sit. And this is why you all see so many of these homes that look nice but have just been empty, sitting there for years, because they are allowing these big box companies, and now they're allowing the banks, Chase and some other banking institutions, to buy these properties, which should actually not be legal, right? Those companies really shouldn't have the right to go on and buy these on tax lien sales like you and I. And that's why I'm saying we as a nation, we have gotten too quiet about stuff. Because stuff like that, we should be fighting for our rights. But that's a whole nother other conversation, right? So going on this, on the estimator, it shows that right now it's worth about 300,000. So if you have to put 50,000 for the taxes, hold it, and then maybe you have to gut rehab it and pay about 100,000. If you could sell it for 300,000, then again, it's worth it. You just flipped your money. You spent 150 and you made 150. Okay? So that's how you got to look at it. So when you're doing your work, when you're doing your due diligence on the tax lien sale, this is all of the stuff that you got to do. That's a good grip. I personally probably wouldn't hold it for 50,000. I wouldn't put 50,000 on hold like that. Right? But that's the reason why I said you got to go look at the property. As soon as you get the address, I immediately go and drive over to this. If I was looking at this house, I would go to this neighborhood and drive right now and look at it. Right? So you can see the roof. You can see the foundation. You can go and you can see the property before you bid on it. That's the best way to do it. So you have as much knowledge and information as possible. And then I also have an attorney that I work with, and I would pay her to run title to make sure that everything is clear. Make sure that it's no water, any back water bills or any back city bills or liens. Because a lot of times, a lot of these properties also have city liens on them that you don't know about. So again, this isn't something that you just gonna jump out the window doing, y'all, on your own. You need to have a team. I have a real estate agent that I work with that helps me look up the properties. And then I also have an attorney that if I'm serious about looking at this property, I'm gonna pay my attorney to do her due diligence to look it up. Because that alone will help you to determine if you should spend the money or not. Okay? So, and a lot of times it doesn't have to, so my real estate lady is my aunt. She doesn't charge me anything to look this stuff up, right? So you want to get a team. If you have a family member or a friend or somebody that you can reach out to that's an attorney that deals with residential, property, commercial, etc. The attorney that I work with, her name is Yandi Morris here in Chicago. Yandi is a African-American female with her and two other African-American females that have their own law firm called KMR Law Group. And Yandi is very reasonable. She only charges $500 to do your closing. So if you're buying a house and you need a closing attorney, or you need an attorney to review over your paperwork, review over your mortgage statement, review over your contract, she only charges $500. So I keep Yandi on retainer, okay? Because like I said, if I'm serious, I'm going to bring an attorney involved. You don't want to waste your money. So some people, do this on their own, but I've seen people spend a lot of money after the fact because they did not do stuff like that, okay? So that's pretty much the whole process that I do in a nutshell. Okay, that's my whole rundown. So again, I am in Cook County. Every single state offers tax lien sales. Like Florida, y'all tax lien sales is like every 30 days. And y'all redemption period is not long either. So again, depending on what state you in, baby, some of y'all don't have to wait a long time. Like I said, Illinois, we are 30 months for residential property. But I want to say Florida, and then remember, Florida is huge. So they have different counties. And remember, this is county. So every county is different on how they do their certificate and sales. But I forgot. I was on here doing something. That's when I was on TikTok. I was on TikTok and I was searching up other people counties. But I forgot where we went over here to get. This will be determined by the tax deed section in the Miami-Dade First Court. Yeah, because I'm not familiar with it, I got to play around with it a little bit. But I was on here, and I want to say y'all's is like every 30 days. It's parking. I don't feel like searching right now. I've been on here over an hour. Okay, I'm done. I gave you more than enough information to get started, though. Okay. Of course, we'll do more educational type of content. But I'm done for tonight. I'm tired. I've been on here over an hour. Okay. And again, this is the list from January, you all. So you're not going to find this list. They take the list off of the Cook County site after the sale is over with. So after, let me do a new duplicate. So after the sale is over with, like right now, it only has general information, annual, and tax scavenger, right? But closer to December, probably like I said, sometime around October, we can come back on here and there should be a link down here at the bottom, a clickable link. And then it will look like this. It will have the actual list with all of the different properties. So they do show you the property list of what's going out. Okay. You just have to keep checking back with the website. So right now it's not on here, but as you see, they say the next one will be beginning December 10th. So start getting y'all coins together now. Start saving up. All right. Start building. Because this is an opportunity. And I wanted you to see, okay, the dollar amounts of why and how some of these people are losing their houses. Residential, $600. Do you see that? $600. Vacant land, $600. Residential, $800. Okay, $1,300. Now, again, we would have to go and do our due diligence and look up the property PIN number to make sure that there aren't other delinquent taxes. But let's say that there were other delinquent taxes. Let's say it was 10 years worth of $800. That's still $8,000. And if you hold that property for 30 months, 2.5 years, you own that property outright and all you paid was $8,000. You get it? The system is to play in y'all face and have you buying these $300,000 properties with a 30-year mortgage. With a 30-year mortgage, you would have paid double for this house, especially with the interest rates that they are today. All right, after 30 years, you'd have spent $600,000-$700,000. When if you were informed and told about properties from tax lien sales, okay, annual tax sale, or going to the Cook County Land Bank and buying property at a lower rate. So it don't always have to be, you know, you don't always have to go out and get a mortgage, a 30-year mortgage for everything. If you have decent credit and you go get a credit union, and you get a credit union and you got a credit card with $20,000 on it, and you bought this piece of land for $5,000, you can go and buy 3 more pieces of land with that credit card. This is what I'm trying to say. It's how you think, right? The information is there. You may have had a credit card, but you may have thought about going to buy a stupid Gucci bag, when you can go and buy a whole piece of land for the same price of a stupid Gucci or Louis Vuitton bag. Baby, buy. I'd rather own some land for $5,000 than buy a bag. Okay? So there you go. Go on tonight, do your own research. Cook County Land Bank. You can look up your own property. You can look up your own stuff. This is where I was at. When you go on there, okay, on Cook County Land Bank, this is the home page. You're going to click on apply or buy property with us. And then you're going to click on what you want. You want to look up home, residential. You want to look, if you're a developer, or you want to buy more than one property, or you're an investor. If you want to look up commercial property, right? So I clicked on home buyer. And then I moved down here and I clicked on view home buyer homes. And then I clicked on interactive, this here, right here, interactive property viewer. So that's how you get to this page here. Okay. And then bam. There you go. So depending on the area that you live in, you know, you can start in your neighborhood, a neighborhood that you know, or you can start, you know, in another area. It's all up to you. So when you go over here, you can click and you can sort it by inventory. You can sort it by neighborhood. You can sort by ward. Okay. So I sorted by neighborhood. And then that's when it comes up with the different neighborhoods. Harvey, Glenwood, Riverdale. Let me see. Let me do another one. Let's see, ward. Single residential family, $12,000. This is a nice one on 108th and Buffalo. This property, if you go on the regular site, it definitely is more. It's probably going to be sold for more than $70,000. Right. So this is 108th and Buffalo. The minimum offer is $79,000. So let's type that in. Let's look that up on the Chase site. Here's the Chase site that I had. Home values. Okay, there's the address. So they're selling it for what the estimated value is. See? Chase site shows 79. And this is why I use the Chase site. Okay? This is the reason why I live. Yes, I'm going to leave this live up, Andrea. I don't delete my lives, so you all could come back and rewatch them. Okay? So, yep, this will be up. But you see, this is the reason why I look up Chase, because Chase is very close to what the value is of what you would actually get for the property. So you see on here, right here, $79,000. What are they selling this property for? $79,000. Actually, they got $900 on top of it. Okay, but you can look at this. This is a good property. This is a nice. I know this area. This is a newer, this is a brick structure. But look how the inside look. So you definitely gonna have to rehab it. Which is why I would rather buy this property off the tax lien sale and hold it for the 30 months and spend less money and rehab it and make more money. Because the Cook County Land Bank got it at the top. They really should have this lower than that. They really should. So I'm on Cook County Land Bank. If you type, I don't know if you in Cook County or not, but the example that I'm giving is from Cook County. But I've shared with you all, you can do this in every state, no matter what state you're in. Okay? I don't know if they have a land bank in your area, but they definitely have tax liens and tax deed sale. Right? So if you're in Cook County, you're going to Google Cook County Land Bank. And this is kind of what it looks like. CCLBA. Cook County Land Bank Authority. Oh, the Chase site. The Chase site is, what did I say? Chase Home Estimator. Chase Home Estimator. Yes, Chase Home Estimator. And then when you get here, this is what it's look like, Chase Home Estimator Value. And then you're going to scroll down here in the middle of the page where it says search for a property. And then you'll type in the property address right here. Okay. And then it will give you the estimated value of what that home is worth. Because the whole point is, you all, either you're buying the property for yourself, to have a place for you and your family to stay, you know, forever, like a family home that you can keep and pass down, or you're buying this property to invest in and fix it up and flip it to sell and make more money. So you want to know the value of the property, okay? So whether you're going to buy it off of Cook County Land Bank, whether you're going to buy it off the tax lien sale, either way, you want to go on that Chase site and type the value in so that way you know, okay? That way you know what you're getting and if it's worth it, all right? So, yeah, this was Buffalo. So then it was another one. But, again, you can just go on here and look them up and see. You could just go up in here because this is my thing. Y'all are not broke. Y'all, okay? I need y'all to know that. Y'all are not broke. Y'all have spent some of this money in your lifetime. Y'all have spent $8,000, $5,000, $15,000, right? And you don't have nothing to show for it. So at least now when you are here on my page and my channel and you learn something, now you can't say you didn't know. Because when you know better, you do better. So by this time, so by January, we should have some property owners on here. Within the next couple of months, you all should be doing research and due diligence in your own state and neighborhood and county. Okay? And let's get to this money. I'm also going to show you all, I'm going to come on and do another video about fixing your credit up. You do not have to pay somebody, a company, to fix your credit up. Matter of fact, I'm going to give it to you right now. Type in Google right now. If you need to fix your credit up, type in Google 609 letter. 609 letter. Okay? This 609 credit dispute letter is really all you need. The one that I use, I'm trying to look at the website because it's a, is this it? No, that's not it. $609. It's going to be a bunch of them that come up, but you want the free one. You want the one that you don't have to pay for. Money tips. But this is the form that I use to fix my credit up. So when I first started my business, I fixed my credit up first. So that way, when I was able to apply for credit cards, you apply under business credit. You get more money when you do business credit cards versus personal credit cards. So that's another reason why I talk to y'all about business, because it's real. It's real. You get a lot more. I don't know where. Normally the one that I was using, it comes right up, but now, because it's a .org site. Timothy, I really don't believe that, because I know several black women who have purchased homes, as well as myself. I've never been married. So, and I own 2 properties, and I owned a property in 2008. So I don't believe that, Timothy. I mean, and I'll just say the people in my circle are not waiting to be married. I mean, and that's the thing. Black women don't have time to wait to be married to find a man. It's not the male pickings of today, who are men with an actual mindset, who want to build and work together. Baby, it's very slim out here. So black women are not waiting. Okay, it's a lot of black women that own property. So I don't believe that. I need to see some statistics there, because damn near all my friends own property. Okay, Kingdom at hand. I like to see some statistical links to that, because again, Andrea, you just posted and said the same thing. Andrea owns 2 homes herself. I own 2 homes. So again, that rhetoric that y'all like to spew, about what marriage and all that other crap, baby, black women are not waiting. Black women got property, businesses, life insurance policies. Like, baby, I don't know where y'all living at, or what women y'all around, but that's not the norm. Okay, I don't know. Maybe I didn't type in the right thing, because normally the one that I use, it comes right up. Or the one that I was using, because I was giving these to my clients too. Because again, you don't have to pay for this. This is, a lot of these places try to charge you for it. But if you type in 609 letter and you can find one that come up without you having to pay for it, then use it. I just was trying to get y'all to see one. I have an actual downloadable 609 letter. We give it to the people that's in my paid community, but yeah, it looks something like this. No, I don't like this, because this one, let's get off of that. Lexington Law, they gonna charge y'all. That's a company. I was trying to find y'all the freaking free one. Money tips. I'll come back on and get y'all and have y'all. I got a link. You just got to give me your email and your name, and then we send you the free letter. So I'll come back on probably tomorrow and get y'all the link that I got. Because I don't charge you for it. I just make you give me your email so you can get on my newsletter. But you get what I'm saying. If you type in 609 dispute letter, baby, dispute your own credit and clean your credit up. And then when you're ready, you can start rebuilding. We'll talk more about that. I'll give y'all some more tips on that. But your credit is the first thing. I'm gonna tell you that. You fix your credit up, you change your entire life fixing your credit up. And then if you actually decide to open up a business and start a business, then instead of you applying for personal credit cards, you're gonna apply for business credit cards. Because with business credit cards, you get way higher limits. So if you're trying to spend $15,000, $10,000 to buy this house or to buy this land, $7,500, you can go to a credit union I'm with Navy Federal Credit Union, but it's a lot of different credit unions. You go to a credit union and easy get 10,000, 15,000 on the credit card. Now you take that money and you invest it and buy you some land or buy you some property or start a business that's going to allow you to make more money, right? That's the proper way to utilize credit. You don't get a credit card to go shopping, right? That's a broke mentality mindset. And that's what I want more of you all to get out of. You don't get a credit card and go shopping and splurge. It's not free money. So if you're going to get credit card, you want to be strategic with how you are using the credit. You want to use it to be able to buy something that's of value, that's going to make you more money, okay? Not shopping willy-nilly. Leave that to the Joneses, okay? This ain't the time to be trying to impress the Joneses because the Joneses have always been broke. So you're going to end up right there with the rest of them. Again, another vacant lot, 58 West 118th Street. This is in West Pullman. It's only $5,000, okay? Again, these type of properties with this land are great, especially if they're in a community where they're building. If you notice that they're building up in your neighborhood, get the land, because then you can flip this and sell this land to a builder, okay? So that's it. I'm going to go through and check the comments if y'all got any questions that you want me to answer real quick, and then I'm going to get off of here. I got some more research that I need to do tonight. So the thing I'm working on right now is federal government contracts. That's the next thing that I'm getting ready to get back into, is bidding on federal government contracts. Because I know taxes, but I'm tired of taxes, and I'm tired of doing people taxes. I'm just tired of people. I hate to say it that way. I don't want to no longer have to be in a business where I need people. And so federal government contracting will alleviate all of that for me. So I am back on. I'm just waiting for my sam.gov application to be approved, and then I can apply for my cage number, and then I will be starting to bid on federal government contracts. If any of you all are interested in federal government contracts, look up this lady on YouTube. Her name is Kizzy Parks, Kizzy Parks. She has tons and tons and tons of videos. I'm actually about to buy her course because it's only $500. And I have talked to other people in federal government contracting. Some people want to charge you $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 to learn government contracting. I'm not mad at them. I'm just not paying that amount of money because I know the experience. I already know a lot of this stuff. I just need to learn how to bid, right? So that's the next thing I'm on. And I'm really ready to get with some of y'all who ready to do this. Because what I would love to do is create like a study group for those of us who want to do federal contracting. That way we can share information with each other. It's different bids out there. It's a lot. Do y'all know the federal government has to purchase from us? Like if they need towels, they can't just go to Walmart. They have to actually put a bid on the site and say, we need 1,000 towels. You get what I'm saying? They have to buy everything from us. And I'm going to just say, people who look like me, it's less than 1% of us that's in that business, that is in federal government contracting. There is less than 1% of African-American companies that are registered with the federal government. That's a $1 trillion industry. Okay? You can win a $500 bid. You could win a $50,000 bid. You could win a $5 million bid. Okay? It just depends on what you're bidding on. All right? So I have a interview with someone on my YouTube channel called Coach K. So if you look up on my YouTube channel and type in federal contracts, you'll see the video. I did over a 1-hour interview with Coach Jay. I found him on TikTok. I was following him for almost 2 years on TikTok. He gives a lot of free information on TikTok, and he has a community as well. But he gave a lot of free game in that interview that I did, and that video is here on my YouTube channel. So if you've ever been interested for stuff like that, go look that up, okay? Even though the applications be daunting, it's worth the money. It's worth the money. And the applications are not that hard. It's not. It's just a lot of reading and to go through. And and you got to do your credibility statement, and you have to do your proposal. But once you learn it, baby, that's easy money. Easy money. Easy money. I had another client who used to be in the drug game. Actually, he wasn't my client. He was somebody else's client. Let me say that. I had a friend who met a young guy who used to be a drug dealer, and this is all he does now. It's federal contracting. The man made $100,000 back in 2014. So it's not about it being daunting. It's really about what you want. So if a hood dude knew and understood, I can get out of selling drugs to my community by buying and servicing this federal government and made him 6 figures. Baby, you can, and I can too. Okay, so that's what you got to do. You can't be afraid to read, because that's literally what the biggest thing is. Coach K from the A. No, this guy his name is Coach J. J like Jack. His name is Coach J. And where is Coach J at? I don't know what city he in, but the video is on my YouTube channel. You'll be able to see. For those of you all that are saying you need to make an appointment with me, great. I would love that. I'm going to give you my website that you can do that and book an appointment with me. And then I'm going to go through and read your comments, and then I'm going to get off here. Okay, so my website is plstewart.club, but this is it. So let me see it, because it should be on my YouTube channel. I'm going to show you where to go on my YouTube channel to see it. All right, you see right there? So if you go to my homepage on my YouTube channel, my website is right there. You click that link, and it's going to take you here. And this is what it looks like. So it lets you know about me, who I am, hours, etc. And then these are all of the different types of appointments that I offer. So then you'll just scroll down. I have a Pick My Brain session. You get to talk to me for 30 minutes for $97, right? If you have questions regarding your taxes, you got a tax inquiry call. I have a business Pick My Brain session. It's a 90-minute call. So we do have different types of appointments, tax preparation. So I do work with clients in all 50 states to file taxes. So I do also want to state that. Y'all, my internet must be slow or something. Because I promise, y'all see how far back I was reading comments? I wasn't seeing no new comments, y'all. My internet must be slow or something. I've been talking for 20 minutes. And y'all ain't heard shit. Lord, Jesus, Lord. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Bear with me. Okay. I don't do much on YouTube. I ain't been on YouTube live in a minute. And I normally go on my laptop. I really was going on my cell phone. Okay. So I'm learning tonight, moving forward. I was wondering. Oh my God, that is hilarious. And the fact that y'all still sat here with me and was trying to yell at me on the screen to tell me you can't hear me. I'm looking at y'all comments now. Y'all like, we can't hear you. Who are you talking to? We can't. Baby, Lord. That is hilarious, y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Because y'all was sitting here waiting with me. Lord Jesus, that is hilarious. I was talking my ass off, Tranquility. I was talking my ass off over here. Lord. Oh, my God. Oh, Lord. Oh, my God. That is hilarious, y'all. I've been gone for 45 minutes. Okay. I got y'all tomorrow, okay? We gonna come back on tomorrow because my battery finna die now. That is hilarious. So this is the biggest thing. I was going through and reading the comments. That's really what I was doing. You see, you did a whole album on mute. Timothy, I can't stand you. Timothy say you did a whole album on mute. Baby. And y'all are still here with me. I love y'all. I swear I love y'all. She said she talked to me. No, I'm only on YouTube right now. I'm only on YouTube. I'm not on Facebook. I'm not on no other platform right now. I'm only on YouTube. This is hilarious, y'all. Oh my God. I was talking my butt off. I was going through the comments. That's what I was saying. A whole 45. Woo! Oh my God. Lord. That is hilarious. That is hilarious. How many of y'all was reading my lips? How many of y'all was understanding the conversation? Oh my God, my head hurt. I'm laughing so hard. Oh my God. Oh my God. That is, you know what? Y'all know what happened? I must have hit the camera when I killed that spider. Remember? I had a spider over here messing with me. I must have hit the button then. 45 minutes, Lord. Y'all down here, and I'm just not seeing the comments, y'all, coming through. Saying, girl, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. Who are you talking to? No sound. No sound. He got the Jamie got the sound icon on here. I love y'all. I'm gonna be honest. I love y'all for sticking with me for 45 minutes on this sucker with no sound. Oh, Lord. Okay. See, I like to have fun as well. We have fun on this channel as well. Oh, Lord, you say you talking at the airport by the airplane? Timothy, that was funny as heck, though. You said I did a whole album on mute. That took me out. I love it. I love it. That was hilarious. I'm gonna have to use that on somebody. Shout out to Andrea, because I thought I was on TikTok. I thought you was on TikTok, yeah. No, I wasn't. I was only on here with y'all. That is hilarious. So be honest, you didn't miss much. I was going through and reading your comments and kind of responding to the comments. Okay. So I really wasn't giving like no info. All right. But that's hilarious, y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all for real. That's some rider stuff right there. Sitting on here with me for 40 damn minutes. Lord Jesus. Okay, so now I know. Okay. You said I thought you was snapping on me, but I love it again. No, no, no. Not at all. Not at all, the kingdom. Kingdom, I was actually giving you some props. I was reading your messages. You know, you shared a couple of things, what you went through and how you had to, regroup. So I was like, man, I was giving you your props. But you said you had the liquor store Heroes Chicken. Oh Lord, that is freaking funny, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to have y'all waited with no sound for 45 minutes, but that is just hilarious to me, y'all. I love y'all, for real. I love y'all. That's the real stuff right there. So, the other thing I said was I have a free private group on Facebook. We got like 2,800 people in there. So I was saying maybe I'm going to open the group up so some of y'all can come in it, and then we can start talking about the federal government contracts. Because what I want to do is create a group of people, right? This is not charging you for this either. But create a group of us who want to learn this together. Because I'm learning this just like y'all, right? I've known about federal government contracts for over 10 years, but this will be my first time actually bidding, right? I created a company for it, a logistics company 4 or 5 years ago. I never did nothing with it. So I had to reapply for my SAMS number. I'm just waiting to get that approval and then get my cage code, right? But with federal government contracting, it's really about the research and the bidding, right? So I was saying that I was going to buy this lady, Kizzy Parks, course. Kizzy Parks is on YouTube. Kizzy Parks. Okay, she about the only black person that I see posting consistently about federal government contracts. So I'm planning on buying her course. Her course is only $500, and I feel like it'll be worth it. I've been watching her for like the last 6 months on YouTube and just getting game, getting knowledge, right? She interviews people who just started out. So you all can start going on there watching her channel if you want. But what I would love to do is to create a community, right? My battery finna die, y'all. It's to create a community for those of us who want to learn federal government contracting, because there's money in it. It's trillions of dollars in it, all right? And of course, the more that we do together, the more that we start creating these groups, in co-op kind of mentality, we can work together, right? So the bids, if you see something in janitorial, I see something in taxes. I was sharing that I did an interview on my channel with Coach J like Jack, right? So if you type on my YouTube channel and search in the videos, federal government contracts, the video should come up, okay? You said you was going in since you preached a whole Sunday sermon in church. How about we all go in on it and you teach us? So that's what I'm saying, Andrea. That's what I'm trying to do. So I know Timothy got jokes, baby. He is a straight comedian, but I love it. Thank you, Kingdom. But yeah, so that's the goal, right? Because my vision that I have is to build a community of people who want to buy land, property, learn about investment, things like that, get into federal government contracting because it's a $1 trillion industry, right? So if you got $1 million contract, I got $1 million contract, you can go buy your land, you could go buy your property, you could set up your trust, all of these type of stuff, right? I've been in financial services for 20 years. So the other thing that I talk about or share with you all is once you start acquiring assets, you want to put that in a trust. Right. So I don't own my house or my family house. Right. Both are owned by my trust. Right. So my trust owns it. And it's the reason why we do that. Same way with my life insurance policy. My life insurance policy I don't have any kids. So right now it goes to my mother and then it will go to my nephew if my mother passes. Right. But in my trust, I stipulated that. Right. So in my life insurance policy, my trust is my beneficiary. not my mother or not my nephew individually, right? I put the money in the trust. The reason why we do that is because you're able to manage from the grave. That's what I like to say, control from the grave. When you put everything in a trust, you have more control and you have more tax benefits. Okay, that's a whole nother other day. I'm just throwing some stuff out here on how my mind works and the community that I'm looking to build with. You get what I'm saying? So my battery is finna die. I love y'all though, because y'all was on here 45 minutes on silent. I love y'all. Any of y'all that was on here these last 45 minutes, I love y'all. For real. Let's grow. Let's tap in. Let's get together. Okay. The Section 8 joint was just a snippet. Right? That was just me going on a rant. But this is really what I do. This is who I am. This is the content that you see down my YouTube channel. Really is more informational stuff like this, right? But I have my moments where I go into a rant, and that's what you saw, right? With the Section 8 video. But this is really what I like to do. Trust, life assurance, that's a different type of game. Exactly, Kingdom. But you already know where I'm going with it. It's a different type of game, but our people just got to learn and understand it. Once we learn and understand it, baby, they can't do nothing with us, right? And this is the reason why I say this type of stuff. It ain't about being on assistance. It ain't about none of that. It's the systems. All of this stuff has been in place. We're not taught this. Right? And so we have to get with people who genuinely care about the people. I'm not in it for the money. Never have been. My slogan is I'm God-led and God-fed. God gonna take care of me. But he has always put on my mind to be about my people. You know what I'm saying? I don't live in poverty. I'm not on Section 8. You know what I'm saying? None of that stuff affects me. But it bothers me still. You get what I'm saying? I could make my money and go live on an island in Florida. I've been wanting to move to Florida for the longest. Okay, but mentally, my heart is with my hood. My heart is with my people because I want them to know better. I want them to do better. I want them to get off of that mindset of thinking Section 8 should be passed down for generations. Now, baby, let's get this property. Let's buy these tax liens. Let's buy these foreclosures, right? It's like it's too much out here to be living like that. And so y'all gonna ride this journey and ride this wave with me. Let's roll. I'm finna get out of here. Timothy, no more. They say your mic fell in Diddy baby oil reserve. I legit was on here talking to y'all on mute, man. That was hilarious. When I started seeing y'all comments, I just started busting up laughing. I mean, y'all was throwing up the gang signs, the flags, the red alert, the no sound. I ain't see it, baby. I didn't see it. So now I know. She said I just spit my water. Girl, Timothy, go sit in the corner. Timothy acting up, y'all. Lord. So now I know. I'm going to pay attention to this little mic over here that I see on YouTube, okay? And then I'm going to scroll down. So it's late. I know some of y'all got to get ready for work in the morning. I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. I will see y'all tomorrow. I'm going to probably start getting on more. I've been on a hiatus myself. I've been mentally taking a hiatus. My mom has been sick. She's been in the hospital. There's been a lot going on, right? But I got my mojo back because mama coming home Thursday. We good. We prayed about it. God got her. We going to be straight. So I'm back on. I'm back online. I've been offline since like February. I haven't gone live in a long time. I needed a mental break. Okay, but I'm back. We good. I got some folks on here. I got a community that's ready to get to it. Let's roll, y'all. Okay, so y'all have a good night. I will see y'all tomorrow. We're going to get on in the evening. Probably after 6. I'll be on, okay? I might jump on in the middle of the day for like a quick little tip or something, but every live that I do, I keep it on here. I don't delete the lives, all right? So you can always come back and watch the replay. So appreciate y'all. Have a great night. Have a great evening. You got plenty of work and homework to do tonight or what we talked about tonight, you can always watch the replay. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Timothy, you are hilarious. We're gonna get you on comedy show, okay? All right, y'all. Have a good night. I'm out. That was freaking hilarious.